Hi. Oh my God, all those stories have been great. Like this, Max, you are cooler than the fonts. This is great. My name is Milton Granadillo. I'm from Venezuela also. So I hated going school. I hated going to school, but not only I would hate going to school, all the members of my family hated the fact that I hated going to school because it was like a process, like every Sunday night as the sun would set, I would start, getting all like Sarah McLachlan sad, and my parents could see it. And then every morning, I remember it still, going to school in Caracas, and then there was a certain corner that you had to turn to get into my school, and then immediately the butterflies would start, I would start crying, and I would start being like, Mom, I don't want to go to school. And I would see, the reflection of my mom in the rearview mirror, just disappointed, like, oh, again, please, no. And my brother was also in the same school, but he was in high school, so he had the privilege of getting off before me. But then my mom had to deal with me because I would stick to the car like gum on a poodle. It was like I couldn't, I would I couldn't, my mom couldn't, like, she had to, like, yank me, like I was like a Stretch Armstrong. And of course, like, remember, like, imagine the pain and anger of my mom, and I would be just crying, I don't want to go to school. And my mom would just yanking me. All those, like, desperate housewives just coming and, like, judging my mom, And that would make her extra angry, and she had to, like, pull me. And I remember being like, I don't want to go to school. Please don't leave me. And then, the moment that I would step into the school, I was like the model citizen, So that made my mom extra angry, Every time she would get, like, the review cards, it was like, oh, your kid is super social at school. He's like a leader. And then she was like, I don't get it. And it would happen almost every day. One time the highlight was every couple of months we had like the Earth Day or whatever. So it would be the whole school, like 1,000 kids doing some sort of charade of the tree or whatever. And of course, before it started, the whole school would get into the same area to watch the play. And then, of course, everyone would be quiet. And one time, at the time that it was the most quiet, all you would hear is, Mom, I don't want to go to school. And then eventually I would start like, help me. Someone help me. And then I start like, brother, help me. And of course my brother was like, who is that kid? And I would be like, Michael Granadillo, help me. And that would happen so frequently, but also, every time, my mom would get the report cards, it was like, he's perfect. So, of course, it was like, what's happening with this moron? Like, what's going on? So, the best day ever was when I was around 7. We're going to school, and I still get like goosebumps because the PE teacher was in the front of school, and I could see him in slow motion saying, no school today. Go back. And I was like ecstatic. I was like, this is the miracle I've been always wanting. Turns out that day there was a coup in my country. We couldn't go to school. And of course, it was very violent. People died. But for me, it was like, I need a coup every day. Like And it really was like traumatizing because every morning I would be like, maybe today, this is coup. I need a coup today, And I would like fantasize about, coach just saying no. But it always like puzzled me, like why was that thing of like, anxiety, but then like being cool in school. And, I talked to my therapist because of course I have a therapist. And she was like, well, the thing is, anxiety presents in different ways. But the thing is, it's just about expectations, So sometimes maybe you were even like excited about school, but the way you interpret it, because of the butterfly in your stomach, was afraid. but it's like going on a roller coaster. Like right before, you're like super stressed out, but it's actually because you're excited. So she's like, keep that in mind every time you like speak in public because you love it, but maybe you will feel afraid, So that's the knowledge that I'm giving you guys today. Like maybe that not going to school is just you're excited about going, So every time I'm like super stressed out about speaking in public, I think about my therapist. And I say, it's just expectations. And maybe there's going to be a coup. That's it, guys. Thank you.